Namaste and welcome. Let's begin our practice in Sukhasana, seated easy pose, crisscross applesauce if you will. Hands are just going to rest on our knees, eyes are closed, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. Drop the shoulders down the back and relax the belly, especially the lowest part of the belly, below the belly button. We're going to start today with Adham Pranayama, deep belly breathing. With an exhale, empty out the lungs completely by drawing the belly button back towards the spine and emptying the lowest part of the belly below the belly button. Then with an inhale, you're going to fill that space up, the space below the belly button first, and then the space behind the belly button. Then as you exhale, you're going to pull the belly button in, empty the space behind the belly button, and the space below the belly button. And repeat. Use this time to settle into the breath, to this practice, and into this moment. Allow the thoughts to race by, the feelings to come and go, and you keep coming back to your Adham Pranayama. With each inhale, your head becomes light on the shoulders. Almost like a hot air balloon is attached to the crown, lifting it up. And as you exhale, the shoulders sink deeper. The sit bones sink deeper. When the belly is emptied, on your next exhale, you're going to hold that belly in, squeeze the abdominals, and lift your breath up into the chest and rib cage. For the remainder of our class, I'm going to invite you to use Ujjayi breathing. Let's blink our eyes open. Let's prepare ourselves for some movement. Sitting up really tall, shoulders back, connecting to that Ujjayi breathing. With an inhale, we're just going to lift the chin up. We're going to start simple and small. Then with an exhale, we're going to release the chin down towards the chest. And repeat, inhale, lift the chin up, point the chin up to the sky, and exhale, releasing the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, we're going to lift the chin up, and now we're going to roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale, chin comes forward. We're going to roll the shoulders forward and open up the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the chin, shoulders back. And exhale, chin to the heart, shoulder blades open. Inhale, lift the chin, shoulders back. This time, lift the rib cage up. Come forward on the sit bones. Then with an exhale, we're going to pull the ribs in, roll back on the sit bones, open up the shoulder blades, and drop the chin to the heart. Repeat that. Inhale, we're going to lift the chin up, shoulders come together behind us, ribs forward, we rock forward on the sit bones. And exhale, tuck the sit bones, tuck the ribs, open the shoulder blades, and release the chin down. Repeat. Inhale, open up, rock forward. And exhale, round, release, and rock back. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Good, keep going. Let your breath lead here. Don't wait for me to tell you, just continue to rock back and forth, guided by your breath. Getting into the spine, getting the breath into the spine. Good, we're going to add our arms. Using our next exhale, when we come forward, release the hands from the legs, bring them together in front. Inhale, rock forward, open the arms. And exhale, rock back and bring the hands together. Inhale, forward. And exhale, rock, release, chin down. And keep going. Eyes lift up and back on the inhale, and on the exhale, they look to the navel. Good, let's do a few more. Last one. Great, now let's take ourselves to table pose. We want the fingers spread out, hands or the heel of our hand right underneath the top of our shoulders. We're going to press our hands into the mat, look back, make sure the knees line up under the hips, toes are untucked, tops of the feet are actively pressing into the mat as well. We're going to energize our thighs. We want to imagine like we're squeezing a yoga ball. We're going to tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in, and press our mat into the floor. Nice active table pose. Imagine someone's going to come and rest a bunch of weights on your back. You're fully engaged, fully present to the pose, and we're going to invite our Ujjayi breath in. On our next inhale, we're going to take it to cow back. And then as we exhale, we're going to take it to cat back, pressing into the mat. Good. Inhale, we're going to lift the sit bones, crown of the head for cow back. And exhale for cat back. Good. Keep going at your own pace, guided by your own breath. Let's slow this next one down. Try to feel each vertebrae in the spine individually. Feel it, picture it, breathe through it. And on your exhale, we're going to hold, just the pose, not the breath. We're going to hold our cat back so we can take an inhale into the space between our shoulder blades. Good, let's return back to a neutral spine table pose. We're going to lift our toes, we're going to tuck them. We're going to bring the hips back and we're going to lift the knees up nice and slow. Keeping the knees bent, we're going to drop the head, coming into a variation of downward facing dog. Connecting with that Ujjayi breathing, pull the lower belly in. Remember that space we connected to at the beginning of our practice, that space below the belly button. Let's pull it in. And now we start to straighten the legs. Don't worry if the heels hit the mat or not. That's not important here. What is important is connection to the breath and just feeling yourself in this space, in this pose. Inhale, we're going to lift our head up, look forward. As we exhale, begin to walk the feet up towards the hands. We're going to bring ourselves into forward fold or Uttanasana. Soft knees, head down. And slowly let's roll ourselves up. As we roll ourselves up, push your feet into the mat. Stack your vertebrae one on top of another. Shoulders back, chin level to the ground. We find our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Pressing into the feet, just take a glance down, make sure the feet are parallel. Feel the alignment in the body, reaching the fingertips to the earth. Connecting to that Ujjayi breath. With an inhale, we're going to reach out and up. Palms connect, we look up. With an exhale, we're going to release. Bend the knees, bow forward, drop the head last. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the spine, eyes forward. And with an exhale, release, bend the knees, round the spine, drop the head. Inhale, lift the head. We're going to reverse our bow and reach out and up. Palms together. And exhale, release the hands down in front of the heart. That's our sun breath. We're going to do a few more of those just to warm ourselves up. And bring the hands down beside you. Inhale and reach out and up, palms together, eyes up. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips, lengthen into the fold, soften the knees, soften the back. Inhale, straight legs, straight spine, eyes forward. And exhale, back into your fold. Inhale, reverse the bow, lift the head, then the hands. And with an exhale, bring those suckers down through the center line and repeat. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, lengthen as you fold. Inhale, straight legs, straight spine. And exhale, back into our fold. Inhale, lift the head, lift the hands, the heart, all the way up, palms together. And exhale, hands down through the center. One more sun breath. Inhale, nice and tall and long. Exhale, keep that length in the sides as you release. Inhale, straight legs, straight spine. And exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head first, then the hands and the heart. And exhale, let's bring the hands in front of the heart. Elbows up. Perfect. Let's find a spot to focus our gaze. We're then going to shift into the right foot, pick our left heel up, and we're going to step that foot back. We want to drop that heel in, but when we do, we don't want to open that hip. We want to keep the hips squared forward. We're going to sink into the right knee. Make sure the knee stays above our ankle. And let's drop the hands down. For Virabhadrasana 1, our Warrior 1 pose, inhale, bring the arms up by the ears. And exhale, settle into the feet, pushing your mat down. Focus your gaze to one point, steady dristi, steady mind, and steady breath. Using our next exhale, we're going to take it from our Virabhadrasana 1 to head to knee pose. So we're going to start by straightening our leg, aligning the hips, and then we're going to reach forward, lengthening through the arms and the body as we drop our head down. You can frame your front foot if that's comfortable. Tuck the chin in and push the crown of the head towards your big toe. It's totally normal for the knees to feel a little shaky here. Just keep your thighs energized. And with the breath in, we're just going to straighten our spine, eyes forward. And with an exhale, releasing back down. And we're going to bend our front knee. With an inhale, we're going to come back into our Warrior 1. Bring the palms together. And exhale, release the hands down in front of the heart and step the feet together. Come back into our Tadasana, mountain pose. Then we're going to shift over into our left foot. Pick the right foot up, step it back. Set ourselves up for our Virabhadrasana 1 on this side. Squared hips, front knee bends, releasing the hands down. With an inhale, reach forward and up. Good, and exhale, let the shoulder blades slide down the back. Pull the front rib cage in, pull the lower belly in, and breathe. Focus your gaze, come back to that one pointedness, steady dristi, and steady breath. Try to settle into the pose a little bit deeper. Engage the lowest part of your belly a little bit more. Steady gaze still. And let's move from here into head to knee pose. We're going to start by straightening our front leg, squaring up our hips, and with an exhale, we're going to lengthen and reach forward. Framing your front foot with your fingertips or hands, releasing the chin in, but pushing the crown of the head towards the big toe. Tune into that space below the belly button. Squeeze it in and up. And on a breath in, we're going to pick our head up. We're going to straighten through our spine. And exhale, releasing our head back down, bending our left knee. And with the breath in, lifting ourselves back into our Virabhadrasana 1. Palms together and hands lower down in front of the heart. Perfect. Let's take ourselves to face that long edge of our yoga mat. We're going to bring our feet so they're more than shoulder distance apart, but our toes are going to come in, heels out slightly. We're going to activate our thighs. We're going to pull the thighs into the center line of the body, and from that center line, we're going to lift ourselves up and reach our arms up. Pressing into the feet with an exhale, we're going to bow forward, reaching out to the sides and down, not letting ourselves shift back into the heels. We stay forward in the toes. We grab the ankles if we can, elbows out, and our head down. Nice, deep, wide angled forward fold. If you're comfortable with it, take your feet further apart. Work within your own limits here. This is your time. This is your practice. This is your body. Connect with that Ujjayi breath. And just let gravity sink the head deeper towards the earth. Now let's lift our head up slightly, nice and slow. Bring our hands underneath of us. With an inhale, come into a flat back, look forward. And exhale, releasing down. And then we're going to soften through the knees, pressing into the feet so we can roll ourselves up very gently. Beautiful. Let's heel toe our feet together. Once the feet are together, we're going to line them up underneath of our hips, toes straight ahead. For tree pose, let's shift into the right foot. We're going to pick our left heel up, and we're going to lift that left knee right up in line with the left hip. Energize that foot. Then we're going to reach our arms up first. Then with an exhale, we're going to see if we can open up that knee. Then you're going to lower your foot right down onto your calf. We're going to hold here, pressing our calf into the foot, pressing our foot into our calf. As we lengthen through the body without shrugging the shoulders, the arms are long, the neck is long, and we're breathing. Tune into that space below the belly button. Pull it in. Tuck your tailbone. We're long through the back of the body here. Now we're going to bring the palms together and slowly lower the hands in front of the heart. Release the foot from the leg and adjust where we need to. Whew. That made my legs sting a little bit. We're going to come back into our center, find Tadasana first, hands together. We're going to shift our weight into that left foot, pick our right heel up, and then our knee right up to line up with our hip. Flex your foot in some way. And then with an inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. Then with an exhale, we're going to open up that hip and knee. And then we're going to lower that foot onto the calf. We're going to press those two spots together. Nice and long through the arms, through the sides of the body, pulling that lower belly in and finding that length through our back. Steady dristy, focus, focus. And let's bring the palms together. Slowly lower the hands down in front of the heart. Release the foot from the leg and adjust where you need to. Let's bring ourselves down to our sit bones. We're going to come into bound angle. Soles of the feet come together. We let the knees drop open to the sides. We sit up nice and tall, and we take our gaze and we focus to a spot in front of us. Preferably on the floor. We want our gaze to be low and gentle. And we're going to pull the belly in. Again, tune into that space, that space below the belly button. Pulling it in, relaxing into the sit bones. And just settling in to the hips. It's really common when we get down into these lower positions for the eyes to want to wander. Keep bringing your drishti back to one point. Try not to let the eyes close. Keep them open. Keep them focused. Make your spine a little bit taller, little bit longer. Good, and then we lift our knees up, releasing ourselves from bound ankle. We're going to bring ourselves to that long edge of our mat for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. We're going to bring our legs together, feet are flat, walk the sit bones back. You're going to tilt yourself forward a little bit, and then we're going to take the hands out. With a breath in, we're going to reach up. We're going to make an L shape with the body. And then as we exhale, we're going to hinge at our hips, lengthen forward, and just the fingertips onto the soles of the feet. Let the thumbs relax. Pull the shoulders back. Keep your eyes open and look just beyond your toes. Imagine your heart muscle reaching over the toes, making your spine nice and long, and grounding through the back of the legs by pressing your calves and thighs down. Bring your attention to that space below the belly button. Activate it, energize it. Connect to that strong sound of our Ujjayi breath. And with an exhale, let's release. Let's round the back, drop the head, and drag the hands up as you roll yourself up. Perfect. Place the hands beside you. We're going to lift and tuck the tailbone. Bring ourselves onto the backs. Let's come onto the elbows first. And reclining all the way back. Once we're in our reclined position, we're going to reach our arms out to shoulder height, palms facing down, using our palms to anchor ourselves into the floor. So we're going to keep our shoulders down. Then we're going to pick our knees up, and we're going to lift our feet and energize them. From here, we're going to begin a gentle sway from side to side. Not going too far. We just want to rock back and forth from sit bone to sit bone, or I guess from the back of the hip to the back of the other hip. We're going to squeeze that space, tuning into below the belly button, pulling that in and up and using those muscles to rock from side to side. Let's bring our knees to center and lower our feet down. Once the feet are down, we're going to lift our hips up and bring our hips off to the right side. Then we're going to pick our knees up and we're going to let our knees drop off to the left side. Keeping our right shoulder grounded, we're going to lift our head up and roll onto the right ear, looking over to the right fingers. And we're going to let gravity sink us deep into the pose. Again, try not to close the eyes here. Keep your eyes open and your gaze focused to the fingertips. Connecting with that sound of the Ujjayi breathing. And on our next breath in, bring our head to center first, and then we're going to lift our knees up, lower the feet down, and we're going to pick our hips up and shift them all the way off to the other side, knees into the chest, and now knees down to the right side. Then we're going to lift the head up and roll onto that left ear, eyes look to the left fingers, and we breathe. Remember to keep your eyes open, keep your gaze focused, and breathe. Using our next inhale, bring the head to center. And exhale, we're going to lift the knees up. Good, let's recenter our spine. Hug our knees into the chest. Give ourselves a big squeeze. And release. Let's prepare ourselves for Shavasana. Feel free to Feel free to grab a pillow, a blanket, anything that's going to allow you to settle in and be cozy and comfy for the next few minutes. Legs are out to the side of the mat, arms are out away from the body, palms are facing up, our eyes are closed, and now we're going to let go of any controlled breathing. We want to just allow our body to find its natural rhythm again. And we just witness it. Just watch how the body breathes. And just take a moment here to feel yourself settling into the earth. Eyes closed, back soft and relaxed. And see if you can allow the back of your head to sink deeper into your mat. Let go of any expression on the face, softening the eyes, the eyebrows. The tongue slips away from the roof of the mouth and the jaw softens. Just notice your breath across the nostrils. From here, take your own awareness and scan your body from the crown of the head all the way down to the soles of your feet. As you do this, relax any tension that you feel or anything else that you need along the way. Allow yourself to sink even deeper. Don't force it. And notice your breath. Just watch it. Let's begin now to deepen our breath. Come back to the Adham Pranayama, same belly breathing that we started at the beginning. With an inhale, fill the space up below the belly button, behind the belly button. And then as you exhale, empty the belly button and the space below it. Let's repeat that a few more times. And with your exhale, breathe out through the mouth. Let's wiggle our fingers and our toes. Blink your eyes open. Make any adjustments that feel right. Any reaching or stretching. Take as much time as you need, and when you're ready, you can bring yourself up to a seated position. And we'll place our hands together in front of our heart. I am so glad you are here. Thank you for joining me today. Om So Hum.